Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and then get started. All right. Hi, Maddie. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so excited to be doing math with you today.
Me
Let's
too.
jump right into it.
Okay.
Right. So lesson number 10. Do you want to read our title to us today?
Sure. Lesson 10. Tens and tens, ones and ones.
Good. Slide number 1. All right. What's our goal today, Maddie? What are we going to be focused on? Can you read it to us?
Let's add two-digit numbers.
Great. So we're going to be adding two-digit numbers. That is our focus. That is our goal today. All right.
Mhm.
Let's start with our warm up. Okay. So our warm up. How many do you see tens and ones? Okay. So slide number 3. In a moment, I'm gonna show you a picture. All right. And as you look at the picture, I want you to ask yourself two questions. How many do you see and how do you see them? Which questions are you gonna be thinking about?
How many do I see? And then how do I see them?
Good. Okay. So let's look at letter A. Take 30 seconds. How many red and yellow counters do you see and how do you see them? Take a quick 30 seconds and I'll ask you after. Okay. How many do you see, Maddie?
Um, I see 13 red and then I see 16 yellow.
Good. And how do you see them?
So I see the red in one group of 10 and then I see one loose one, two loose one, three loose one at the bottom. And then I see one group of 10 yellow. And then I saw six loose ones at the bottom.
Good. And I love how you stated that you seen 10, one group of 10, and then you also stated that you saw the number of loose ones you saw. For example, three loose ones for the red counters and then six loose ones for the bottom yellow counters. Good. It's important that we know how to break up our numbers in terms of tens and ones. All right. Same questions. How many do you see and how do you see them? Slide number 6. Go ahead, take 20 seconds and then we'll talk about it. Okay. How many do you see here?
13 red and 16 yellow.
Oh, this is the same.
Yeah,
The
I didn't
same?
know the same.
That's the same one? Okay, okay, no. Let's skip that one. Can we do the same one here?
Yeah,
How many do you see and how do you see them? Sorry about that. Go ahead.
all good.
Okay. How many do you see, Maddie?
I see 18 red and 12 yellow.
Good. And can you tell me in terms of how many tens you see and then how many ones you see for each, the
Mhm.
top and the bottom?
I see one group of 10 red and then one group of 10 yellow.
One group of 10 red and one group of 10 yellow. That is correct. And then how many ones do you see for red counters and for the yellow counters?
9 red and 2 yellow.
So, yes, I see two yellow. Let's count the red again. I'm going to point to each one because you said nine. I don't know if it's nine. Let's count. One, two, three,
4,
five,
5, 6.
six, seven, eight.
Oh yeah, 8.
Eight. Good job. So it's eight red counters. I want to ask you another question. How many do you see? How many counters do you see altogether?
Hmm. 30.
You said 30?
Hmm.
Okay. So I see two groups of 10, which is 20, and then we see eight red ones, and then we see two yellow ones. And we know that 8 plus 2 is 10. 20 plus 10 indeed equals 30. What's another way we could think about the number 30 in terms of tens?
Hmm. That's three groups.
Three groups of
Three groups of 10.
10. Good. Or three 10 sticks. Good job. Really good job. Okay. Let's do one more of these here. How many do you see and how do you see them? Take 20 seconds. We'll talk about it right after. Okay. How many do you see?
I see 15 red and 17 yellow.
Okay, so you said 15 red, 17 yellow. Let's count the reds. Let's count the reds to start with. So we see how many here. This is a group of
10.
good. Now let's count by ones. Counting on from 10.
So 11,
11,
12, 13, 14. So
14. Good. So it's 14. All right. And then you said, how many yellows did you say?
17 yellow.
17 yellows. All right, let's count this one again. Let's try that again. How much is this right here on the top?
10,
10. Let's count on from 10 by ones. 11,
11, 12, 13,
14,
14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
and 18 yellows.
18
Good.
yellow.
Can we count these all together, starting with just our tens?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's go ahead. 10.
And 20.
Now let's count on from 20 by ones. All right.
Mm-hmm.
21,
21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
good. We have 32 counters altogether. Really good job, Maddie. All right. I have another question.
Mhm.
Did you see the counters the same way as, did anyone see the counters the same way, but we explain it differently? Okay, you know what? What are two different ways that you saw the counters when we were counting them?
So I started counting by ones, but then when I saw that that grid at the top was 10, then I knew that if it was like full, then I can use tens.
Good. And then how did you add them when I asked you to add them all together? Did you count them individually? Did you group them? How'd you count them?
At first, I counted by ones, but then I realized I can count on. So then at first, I would count it on, I
Oh,
would say 10 and then like 11, 12. But then I also realized there's two groups of 10. So instead of counting on with one group of 10, I found all the groups of 10.
good.
I
Good
count.
job. Like you said, so you understood that you could start with just counting each one individually, or like you said, count the first group of 10 and count on by ones, and do
Mhm.
the same thing for the ones at the bottom. Or the second way you could also count these is by adding or counting your groups of 10 first. So 10 here on the top, 10 here on the bottom, that's 20. And then you count on by ones,
Mhm.
20, 21, 22, 23, and so on and so forth until you have your total. Really good job, Maddie. Okay. So activity 10.1, Priya's work. Okay. We're gonna
Mhm.
first look at another student's method by yourself. Then after that, you're gonna work with a partner to explain your explanation. Finally, we'll discuss it as a class. However, we're gonna switch things up a bit. For this example here, I want to go over it. I want you to see how I would solve this. Then after that, we'll do one together, or we'll finish up this example together. And then finally, you'll go ahead and do an example of a problem by yourself. All right, so it says find the value of 37 plus 26. How did Priya find the value? Okay, so this is Priya's work right here. All right. Priya has grouped her work by adding 5 10 sticks together to get 50. right? So she did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. And the reason she got 50 was because she looked at her tens place in 37. She had three tens. And then she looked at her tens place in 26. She had two tens. Five plus three plus two equals five. That's how she got five tens, which is 50. On this side, Priya has 13 ones. Okay. She got 13 ones because she had seven ones from her 37, and then she had six ones from her 26. Seven plus six is 13. Okay. So when she adds them all together, okay, she gets her answer at the bottom. Her answer at the bottom is 63, but I want you to help me count all of her 10 sticks and her ones together to make sure that her answer is accurate. Okay. All right,
Okay.
let's go. 10, 20,
20, 30,
40.
50,
Now we're going to count on by ones. 51,
52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, and 61, 62, 63.
And what was her total?
63.
Good job. I had another question. Why do you think these three ones were put outside of the rest of the ones?
So it didn't get messy.
Gonna get messy. That's an interesting idea, and that could be a possible reason why. However, when we think about what does this look like to you, actually count how many ones are inside of this stick right here. How many ones are inside of that stick right here?
10.
10. Good. Just like these 10 sticks over here,
Mhm.
this 10 stick here is composed of 10 ones. That's all that's trying to show you is that a 10 stick is composed of 10 ones, right? So she knew that adding 7 plus 6 would give her 13. She can't put 13 ones in a 10 stick. So she put her 10 ones in a 10 stick and then put her last three ones outside of the 10 stick. Okay. And so,
Mhm.
yeah. How did Priya find the value of 37 plus 26? Take 20 seconds, just think about what we just did. How did we find the value of 37 plus 26 really? How did we find the value of that? Take 20 seconds, what do we do? Think about it. Okay, you can go ahead, share.
Priya counted by tens. She found how many 10 sticks were in 37 and 26 and drew her tens and then counted by tens and then counted the loose ones.
Good. Great work. Okay, skipping that for now. Okay, so for our next activity, this is going to be independent. You're going to solve two more. You're going to solve, yeah, about two more two-digit expressions. And I'm going to let you work independently with this, and then I'll let you check your work with your partner. Okay. All right. And I think that's all I have.
Okay.
Stop share.
Perfect.
Okay, pause and stop.